So apparently there weren't like 1,500 people. It's because they were duplicate videos.
Oh, okay. So, wow. So you're saying one guy could have done it more than
Of course. Yeah, I think so. Because
okay. Hello, welcome to SNT Chats. Today we bring you the top 3 scandals of 2025.
Yeah, all right, let's get into it.
Crazy. What a crazy year.
I know, right?
Not disastrous yet, but scandal-wise, so crazy.
Yeah.
And shooting, and I think everything is disaster. Every bad stuff right now is
coming up.
Done by humans.
Yeah. Always.
Yeah.
All right, so the first thing would be the Coldplay one, which we all know.
Amazing. I think it's not. What's crazy about that scandal isn't that they were caught. Of course they were caught, which, really good timing with Coldplay and all that, and then the reaction and everything. But the thing after, how the CEO reacted, the guy reacted to him being caught. That's just a big topic and discussion.
Like he basically says, if I'm sorry for being I'm sorry that I got caught, but he's not sorry for cheating.
He came out with a letter right away, saying, apologizing, saying sorry to his wife, his kids, But then he was saying but Coldplay shouldn't have done this, blah blah blah. We were in a private suite or something. That you shouldn't have filmed us. And I read somewhere, I don't know if it's true, and I don't know if he actually took the initiative, but there was something about that he was gonna sue Coldplay for doing this thing.
I feel like even if he does sue, he's not going to win that case, because it probably says somewhere in the terms and conditions and be like, by buying this ticket or by checking this box, you give Coldplay the permission to film and record you.
Yeah, we don't know the details of that, but what his company, both him, the CEO, and the CHO, the head of HR, whatever the title is, they are both on leave, so they're
on leave?
Yeah,
I thought they got fired.
Well, yeah.
The CEO guy got fired.
Nicer way to say they were left.
They were let go.
Let go.
They were let go.
But yeah, and then the company that he made or was CEO of came out with an ad, because obviously their stocks went down. They came out with an ad. It's not about the ads. The person they hired is the ex-girlfriend of Coldplay.
Thank you for your interest in Astronomer. Hi, I'm Gwyneth Paltrow. I've been hired on a very temporary basis to speak on behalf of the 300+ employees at Astronomer. Astronomer has gotten a lot of questions over the last few days, and they wanted me to answer the most common ones. Yes, Astronomer is the best place to run Apache Airflow, unifying the experience of running data, ML, and AI pipelines at scale. We've been thrilled so many people have a newfound interest in data workflow automation.
Nice marketing.
Very interesting.
Top tier marketing right there.
Really, that was talking. So the second tier crazy.
The second tier crazy. Alrighty. So I'm not sure if you know, but it's all over Chinese media at least. There's a cosplayer called Sister Hong Jie. So Sister Hong will dress up as a woman and will invite guys to his place, and they will do the deed. And then all Sister Hong asks for will be gifts. So
fruits.
Yeah, so in the
household
videos,
stuff, kind of like that.
Yeah. And then so guys would bring half a gallon of oil, a whole tomato, things like that. She doesn't ask for money. So then Sister Hong Jie, she would record the deed and post them on her page. So you have to be a member of her subscription in order to watch the videos.
Yeah. What's shocking is there's been 1,500 guys that he has successfully invited to his place and done it. And I think he starts out with online chatting and stuff like that, and even video calling too. And the very disturbing thing is when the guys get there, some of them some of them say they didn't know that it was ended up a guy. But some of them realize after like shortly, oh, it's a guy. But then there's really famous trending saying in China, right? 来都来了。总感觉哪里不太对劲儿，来都来了。
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So 1,500?
Yeah.
Like something like that.
Alright, so a 主播 influencer, Chinese influencer was like, oh, so apparently there weren't like 1,500 people. It's because they were duplicate videos.
Oh, okay. So, wow. So you're saying one guy could have done it more than... Okay,
of course. Yeah, I think so. Because I feel like, you know, it's like you don't need to pay money for it.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about getting the girl pregnant, which it's not a girl, right? You don't need to worry about anything. You just go and do the deed. So that's why a lot of guys are returning customers.
I mean, it's free.
Yeah.
So... But it's like there's also something else trending on, you know, online, like, because obviously he's not like pretty, you know. And they're like, what do Chinese men like? Oh, the pretty, no. The sexy, no. This kind of. And there's like costumes coming out of it, you know. It's crazy. Yeah. So I guess beauty isn't everything.
But yeah, whatever the trend is, I guess, right? Because there's a lot of videos on Douyin that's basically saying like a lot of different countries like Indonesia, Vietnam, they are also like doing this, making, I don't know if it's like making fun of Sister Hong or like just hopping onto the trend, but yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. It's a little disturbing and disgusting, and I don't know what to say.
Yeah. And
you know,
like they did like because it was a lot of men, right? And then when people came out, it's like, oh, I know that person. Most of the men have wives and families.
Yeah,
like
I was gonna say that
even,
too. Yeah, they're not single.
They're not single. Like they're not even gay.
They're not like officially gay.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, they have a wife and
they
children outside
because they thought he was a girl. You know,
but
then when they got there, they're like, oh, since I came, you know, whatever.
So it's
just messed up.
Yeah,
so messed up. Like people can't control people's desires anymore. Like that moral is just
plummet down all the way down.
Yeah. This last one, crazy.
All right,
crazy. Okay, like too much. It just happened these few days. You'll probably see a little bit. This Buddhist monk called Shi Yong Xing.
Okay.
And he's like considered the Buddhism CEO.
Oh.
And a top influencer monk.
Wow.
So he's very famous. He's like the CEO of all the Shaolin temples.
Okay.
Before, you know, or I don't know his current situation, you know, before this thing happened, but he was once like that.
Okay.
Yes. So on July 26th, a police report came out. One of those blue and white reports. Yeah.
Yeah. We know how that goes, don't we?
Then a police like account on like Weibo or something, because it came out on Weibo, right? And then said that the report is fake.
Okay.
So a police account came out, said that report is fake.
Okay.
And then one day later, on July 27th, the Shaolin Temple came out with official statement. Pretty much saying that the report is kind of correct, is right. This is just like a brief translation of it. Is that Shaolin Temple abbot Shi Yongxing is suspected of criminal offenses. Including embezzlement of project funds, temple assets, and he's also seriously violated Buddhist precepts by maintaining long-term illicit relationships with multiple women and fathering illegitimate children. Yes. So he is currently under a multi-agency investigation, but this is a official statement that came out by the Shaolin Temple.
Wow.
So that police report kind of stated that too. So this whole thing is like very drama, you know? So let's talk about the police report.
Okay.
It's really crazy. Let me show you. Okay, so in the beginning it says, so on how this police report is like on July 26, 2025, the 释永信, along with 34 people, 7 mistresses,
Ooh.
21 children,
Oh man.
and 6 staff around the Shanghai International Airport around this time. They were intended to aboard a flight.
All of them?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But then they were blocked by
Customs.
authorities.
Okay.
So they've been investigating him for 2 years. So apparently, he has 51 mistresses. This is according to the police report. 174 children born out of wedlock. 141 of them were surrogate births.
Why though? Why would he want surrogate births though?
I mean,
You already have mistresses.
yeah, but maybe the mistress is really, good looking and she doesn't want to be, pregnancy takes a toll on the woman's body and your body shape and everything.
Oh.
So, yeah. And they don't want to go through the pain.
Dang.
By the way, that is illegal in China.
Yeah.
That is illegal in China.
Like, who's the actress that did that?
I
What's
can't.
her name again?
Zheng Shuang.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, Zheng Shuang did a surrogate birth also. And then when she got found out by the CCP, the CCP basically like blocked her off.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure a lot of actresses did it too. But
Yeah.
yeah, because. So apparently he's been arranging mistresses since 2001.
Wow.
And has successfully stationed and managed overseas to have them like manage the overseas Shaolin temples.
Wow.
So he would arrange his mistresses into these kind of temples.
Wow.
Okay, that's kind of crazy. So he himself actually has 21 billion assets around the world, and he gets all these money from which it should belong to the temple.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
puts it in his own pocket. Yeah. So this is like the official police report, but obviously we know Chinese police reports, not everything is 100% true.
Yeah.
But, there's something, maybe not the exact number. I feel like if you
They downplay a lot. They really do.
Yeah, because I don't think a Chinese investigator can go into a Switzerland bank
Yeah.
and be like, hey, tell me how much that person has.
Yeah.
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 I don't think they have that authorities over a different country. So this could be just the amount he has in China,
Yeah.
Because it's saying to the dot, like, so crazy, right?
And then there's a lot of videos on Douyin that's going around that's kind of praising him. That he's like, oh.
Right now?
Well,
Before.
Before. And then they're praising him on becoming such a successful CEO. But you guys have to keep in mind that this is like a temple.
Yeah, no. Okay, I don't get why people are praising him for becoming a successful CEO, business person.
Yeah.
Because he's supposed to be a monk. Like, monk in Buddhism, it's all about, like, letting go
Of
and-
your worldly desires.
Yes, it's like, I mean, we don't know Buddhism that well, but, I remember something in the sense of that, that you're supposed to let go of, especially money.
Yep.
Especially money, fame, and women desires like
Yeah.
that. Like, that's like one of their biggest things in
Yeah.
Buddhism.
Yeah.
戒律, right? And yeah, why are you praising that? He became
Yeah.
such a sense of, what's the point of religion should be just pure religion. It
Yeah.
shouldn't have any, if a religion has any money involved, I just don't think then that religion is just going downhill.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It should be free of anything. Power, desires, like political connections. There should be none of this.
Yeah, it's just too crazy. And then him having that many mistresses, like,
Yeah.
and kids, like, you're not a monk. What are you?
Yeah.
Like, maybe he was never a Buddhist.
He probably just used the title.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To gain funds and stuff.
Yeah.
Because, people do believe in religion. And it used to be a huge part of Chinese culture, and I think in the Western culture too. And you go to that kind of place, but then they take advantage of that
Yeah.
to make money.
Yeah. So I want to actually share a video of what I found on Instagram about temples. Well, in the video, you basically see that donations are being taken out of the box and you don't know where it goes, right? But then if you look at the comments, it's like, oh, it's going into their pockets.
Yeah, it is.
So there's no point in putting donations in because you know that it's not gonna go to where it's supposed to be going.
Like, I feel like donations, like, they use donations as like, oh, we're gonna fix the temple, we're gonna keep the, you know, the place nice and all that, and give to other,
back to the community.
Yeah, but no, they are putting it in their pocket.
In the pocket, yeah.
In their pocket.
And then there's also another video of monks like driving BMW,
Yes, I was gonna
Mercedes, like all these luxury cars, and then we're like, hold up.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, if you're a true monk, you're not supposed to drive.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to go on an airplane. Like, you're supposed to walk.
You're supposed to go through tribulations.
Yes, and because to get rid of your sins and karma and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So first of all, you're not supposed to drive. You're definitely not supposed to be in a restaurant. Whenever I see monks at restaurants, I'm just like,
Well, I mean, it could be that the restaurant gave them free food.
but they shouldn't take it then. Especially like a high-end restaurant.
We were
at a like
Italian restaurant. Like a fine dining Italian restaurant. And then we basically saw a group of monks and nuns.
Yeah.
Like eating over there.
Yeah, and then they're middle of their dining, they started praying too. They were like, or like they became quiet or something. But yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of. I don't want to touch on religion because it's very sensitive.
Yeah.
But definitely, if you use money, I definitely believe like any religion that shouldn't be allowed. But yeah, those are the 3 crazy
scandals of 2025.
Yeah, we'll see if more and more. Hopefully not, but yeah, it just shows how us humans have become so degenerated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the saddest thing to me is that these are all driven by desires.
Yes.
And these desires were acted upon. Like, you knew that it was bad, you knew that you're not supposed to do it, but then you went ahead and did it anyways.
I feel like people don't think it's bad now anymore.
Oh.
Like, it's so common that it's like everybody does it.
Oh.
So then there's no sense, like, because in the olden days, like, if you read stories, like, if someone did that, like, everybody would be like, you're so bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh.
来都来了。
对，来都来了，来到人间了。
Basically, it's like, oh, I'm already here, so might as well.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So that's like a mindset that I mean, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but just think through your actions.
Yeah, because
before you act.
karma does get you. Maybe not right now,
Right.
but sooner or later.
Yeah.
I believe. I'm someone that if I do something bad, like karma gets me like right away. Like I know like okay, I did something bad.
Yeah. Same. For me though, I like lose things. Like I'll lose my cell phone, I'll lose some money, I'll lose things when I did something bad. Or if I don't lose anything because I have nothing to lose, I get really, really sick.
Yeah. Usually like I get hurt or lose money. Something gets me like right away.
Yeah, I get stung by
Mosquitoes?
hornets too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I usually like knock on stuff like just crazy.
Yeah.
I know I did something bad. Okay. Anyways, I hope everybody, all of us, try to do good and better. Become like we can't tell what others to do, but we can tell ourselves to do and try to be better, good people. At least, you know, because I think these scandals, it's not just you're hurting someone. You're bound to hurt someone.
Yeah.
So, that's it for today.
Yep, so don't do what the scandals are doing and go on the opposite path of that. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.